Hi everybody, and welcome to my very first video on Handcrafted by Melissa. I don't really know what's going to happen with this channel. Right now I'm going to start doing a few jewelry tutorials for my friends, and I hope that you enjoy what I do. I didn't start beading until about 3 years ago, and I started making jewelry for my girlfriends. And I really enjoy doing it. It's a relaxing hobby for me, and so a lot of people ask me if I would start doing jewelry tutorials, and I wanted to say I'm still learning. Every day I'm learning new things, and so this first video I'm making, I am putting out there what I think you need to, the tools and things that you need to start making jewelry. It's just basic jewelry. And now a lot of people probably already have the tools to do that, but a lot of people don't. And so when I started, I didn't know what in the world I was doing. I didn't know what I needed. So I hope what I show you here in just a little bit, it will help you gather the things you need to start making jewelry. Alright everybody, let's go. Let me show you the stuff I think you need. Alright, the first thing I'm going to show you are tools that I use to make jewelry. First off, this is a bead reamer. This comes in handy when your holes and your beads are not big enough, and you can stick this bead reamer in there, and it's rough there, and you can ream out your beads to make them a little bit bigger, so whatever you're stringing through there will fit. These right here are called needle nose. They're rounded all the way around them. I have another set of needle nose, but they're flat on the inside, round on the outside. This right here is a flathead pliers, flathead, I think they're called pliers. It's got a cutter right down here, and it's flat on the inside and sort of rounded on the outside. This is a cutter. I cut wires and different things with, and this right here is a side cutter. But these tools are very important if you want to be serious about making jewelry. You need these tools, and they're not expensive. I think I bought this one, these three, this purple, blue, and a pink one, for about $7 or $8. They're not expensive, and I'm still using them after 3 years. I'm still using them. So you will need this type of tool to work making jewelry. Okay, on to the next part. Alright, the next thing you need is you will need something to string your beads on if you're going to be making bead jewelry. Now I'm going to start out with this right here. This right here is called crafting wire. And you can get it in all different kinds of colors. You will use this when you wrap things. I have used it making earrings, and there's a lot of things that you can use it for. It's not expensive. I'd say I paid about $2 a spool for each spool of this. I think you need that. This also is called Nymo thread. Now I don't particularly like to work with this thread. It comes in different colors. You're supposed to use it when you make seed beads. I have used it. I don't find it reliable though. I think it breaks easily. If it rubs up against a bead that is not smooth, it will break, which I didn't know. And I have made jewelry for people, and their bracelets have broken because I used this thread. So I will never use this thread on something that will have stress. I may use it on an earring, but I won't use it on a necklace or bracelet. This right here is called beading wire, and it comes in all different kinds of colors. Now the difference between beading wire and crafting wire, look at me, I've got all this all tore out. Beading wire, this is nylon coated, and it's very flexible. Can you see that? I mean, it's very flexible, and when you make necklaces or bracelets out of it, it will lay good on your wrist and neck, and it's real good to make things like that out of. You will need crimping beads. and I will show that to you in the next segment, but I have made many bracelets and necklaces out of this kind of beading wire. And I'd say it costs $2 or $3 for a spool. It comes in all different colors. Something I didn't mention with this wire right here. This wire is extremely stiff. And when you bend it, it's not flexible. It stays bent. And once you bend it, you can't bend it back to make it smooth again. It can kink up really badly. But it comes in handy, and I think you need that. Alright, beading wire comes in all different colors. This is my favorite thing to string beads on. I like to use it. There's different brands. There's Fireline and Tigerline, I think. But this is my beading line of choice. It's a certain kind of fishing line. And it is braided fishing line. It is very thin. It is super strong. And as this is 14 pound, you can get it in lower pounds and higher pound. I guess that's strength. But I made my sister a bracelet that had all kinds of seed beads on it. And she's a tomboy. And she swam in that thing, in that bracelet. She never took it off. And she wore it for way over a year. And I mean, she's a builder. She likes to build things. And that bracelet just took so much abuse. But I used this line to string it with. And this is my line of choice. So these are some of the things that you will need to put your beads on. I think that you will need to get this. Okay, on to the next segment. Alrighty. This next segment right here is important, because this is what finishes off your jewelry. Now, unless you just want to take a string and an elastic string and string beads on it and make a knot and glue it, you have to have these things right here. First of all, you have to have beading needles. Now, some people might be able to take the string and put it on the bead without using a needle, but I have to use needles, and most likely you will too. Alright, we have something here called head pins. Can you see that? These are little pins. I've got them in copper. I've got them in gold and silver. I don't know if you can see what. Can you see that? Alrighty. This is what you use when you make earrings. You use it to make charms. And they come in handy for a lot of things. And they make them in all different kinds of colors. And I think you will need this. If you want to make earrings or charms, you have to have those head pins. They're not expensive. Nothing I'm really showing you is extremely expensive. I usually like to get sterling silver plated, or, I've got it in copper and gold plated. But I think it's important that you have that. Also, the next thing you need, if you're going to make earrings, you need to have earring hoops. Let's see. Can you see that? They come with a little circle on the end where you can put drops and things. Earring wires is what they're called. Earring wires. I like to use, it's not a very good color I got here. I like to use sterling silver plated. It comes in really handy, and I like them. Okay, the next thing you need are clasps. There's all different kinds of clasps. There's a lobster claw. I don't have a lobster claw out here, but I do have something like a lobster claw. This is a sterling silver heart that a girlfriend sent to me. She sent me all kinds of these. But my main choice, I like to use the toggle clasps. I've got them in all different colors. Here's silver. Okay, and also here's a C-ring clasp that you can use for necklaces. And here's a clasp that you pull out. It's pretty neat. You pull out right there. I don't think I've ever used that for anything though. And then the next thing you need something called jump rings. This will connect your clasps, some of your clasps, to your jewelry, and they come in gold, silver. They come in different gauges. See if you can see that. Different gauges, and it's important that you have it. It's not expensive. You can get a whole big bag of them for a couple dollars. And they come in gunmetal and just any color you want. So I think these things right here are important. They're your findings. You need that to make earrings and to finish off your clasps and your clasps. And I think that's what you need. Alright, for the next segment, I'll be right back. Alright. Now, of course, to make beaded jewelry, you need beads. And I've got trays and trays and trays of beads like this. You know, once you start in on this venture of jewelry making, every bead you see you want. I want every bead I see. So most of them are inexpensive. Some of them can get very expensive if you get into the Swarovski crystals and pearls and things like that. But of course you need beads. And it's unlimited what you can make. It's just your imagination, and just set it free and you can make anything you want to. I do want to mention, I did not mention that sometimes you need crimp beads to finish off. I should have put that in the last segment, but you need crimp beads and you need a crimp tool, which I didn't show you that, but as we go along on these tutorials, I will show you how to use that. Alright everybody, I hope that helped you. I'll be right back. Alright, those are the basic things I think you need to start making jewelry. On my next video, I'll probably make a pair of earrings. They're really easy, but they're beginner, and I think, you know, that's how I'm going to start from the beginning. And I wanted to say that beading, I have to work at it. I mean, you know, I'm not a natural talent at it. And I wanted to say that if I can bead, anybody can bead. That's really the truth about it. Alright, this is Melissa, and I'm beading from up in the holler. Bye, everybody.